Okay. Hello, students. Good morning, all. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning, everyone. Am I audible and visible to you all? Hi, guys. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. I think after 3 minutes, it will be good afternoon. So, am I visible and audible, guys? If I'm visible and audible, kindly confirm in the chat box so we can quickly start with our topic. Good morning, people. Hello there. Students who are there, hello Srinivas. Yeah, it's audible, very good. How was your exam, Srinivas? Good morning. Did you write your exam? Sunday basic exam. How it went? Good morning, Charan. Good morning. Good morning, people. Good morning. So, last time I think we completed Cnidaria phylum, right? We completed the Cnidaria phylum and 135. Okay. That's below average, Srinivas. 130, sir, I get. Okay. Okay, Lakshmi. That's a little below average score, I will say. Not that bad, but still, at least the benchmark was 150, 160. So I hope you have went through your paper. You have seen your mistakes. You have gone through your mistakes, okay? It was a very easy paper actually, right? And I hope you have went through your mistakes. So for every paper, please have a habit that you go through your, mistakes. You see what errors did you make. Kindly confirm that question from the NCERT lines also. So you're just referring the question again. Okay, Likhi, 150. 150 is okay, not bad. So good morning, good morning. I was expecting 170, 180 marks in the chat box, at least for zoology. 144 is not bad, not bad. Okay, 175 Isha, very good Isha. Very nice, excellent, 175, very good. Super. So have a habit, guys. I don't know if you do that or not. Every question paper, you have to file it. So you got the first basic exam done. You need to make a file of it. Write down the chapter name, which chapter does the question paper belongs to. File that paper. And after the whole completion of the LT, the long-term, teaching process, you are going to see a lot of paper being accumulated. So what you can do whenever you get some holiday, when you are going through your question papers, you can find out your mistakes. And trust me, out of all those question papers which you collect from the first day to the last day, till the face papers, I guarantee you that 85 to 90% questions will be coming in the NEET exam. Not only for zoology subject, for the other subjects as well. So kindly keep that practice with you. Okay? Okay, so you have to be little disciplined. So that, what happens that, okay, you did some error in the basic exam today, in the next base exam, you might do some mistakes. But then we forget after 1 to 2 months. We forget our mistake, and the same mistake is in the back of the mind. And same things can be repeated ahead in the future examinations as well. So just keep that habit. So you file the papers, okay? And whenever there is like when we complete the 11th standard syllabus, we are going to have one, chase exam. A chase exam will be there based on the 11th standard exam. So you go through all the question papers again. You don't have to go through all the questions basically. You have to go through the questions which you made mistakes. So when you rectify it again, so you are getting back some information, some vital information. It's like a data analysis. You are doing your own data analysis, that which sections of the different subjects you are weak in. So you are just revisiting it again so that you can minimize the error in the future. That's what I suggest. Okay. So that's all. And with being said that, we will continue with the topic. So last time we completed the phylum Porifera and phylum Cnidaria, that is the cylindrate phylum. And now we are going to talk about the next phylum. The next phylum we are going to talk about is Ctenophora. After Ctenophora, we will move on to Platyhelminthes, the flatworms. And after the flatworms, we are going to talk about the Aschelminthes, roundworms phylum. Okay, so I hope everyone is ready. Let us start with the Ctenophora. Okay, so let us talk about Ctenophora phylum, guys. Now, what is the meaning of Ctenophora? Or how does the name Ctenophora arise from? How does the name Ctenophora arise from? Just give me a second, guys. There's some error here. Okay. Just 1 minute, guys. That is not the presentation I needed actually. Might be here in this. Ouch. Anyways, we will go ahead with that. Okay, guys. So let us see here what we are talking. We are talking about phylum Ctenophora. So what does Ctenophora means? Cteno means comb. Cteno means comb and phora means plates. So they are having structures. You can see here the comb plates which are present. They are having comb plate structure present on them, and it was first identified by Escholtz in 1829. And these animals are also known as comb jellies or sea walnuts. What they are known as? Comb jellies or sea walnuts. So they look like jellyfish, but they have something comb-like pattern on their body. As you can see, these are the comb-like patterns. Some 8 rows of comb plates are present. And when you take them outside the water, they appear like a walnut. You have seen a walnut with the whole shell covering it, and it is looking like a transparent walnut. Okay, the color is not brown, it's a transparent walnut looking like structure or the animal, which will be called as the sea walnut, which will be called as what, guys? Sea walnuts also. So you should be knowing the name. It is also known as sea walnuts or comb jellies. What it should be known as? Sea walnuts or comb jellies. Okay, so different names to this. Sea walnuts, or I can also say it is also called as comb jellies. Okay, now they are very similar to jellyfish, but tell me one thing, do they sting like jellyfish? Do they sting like jellyfish, guys? Come on, tell me. Like jellyfish have the cnidocytes and they stung. Okay, they sting with the stinging capsule, they release a toxin, so they are not causing any harm. Okay, so they look like jellyfish. They are diploblastic also, and they are found in marine habitat also, but they do not sting like jellyfish. So cnidocyte is absent. There is no cnidocyte present on their body. So I can also call them as Cnidaria. Ctenophora, you can also call it as Cnidaria. What it can be also called as Cnidaria, because it doesn't have the cnidocytes. Okay, now let us talk about where they are present. So very important line given in NCERT is they are exclusively marine. What are they? Exclusively marine. So comb jellies or sea walnuts, you will always found them in sea water, basically very deep in the sea water. Sometimes they come on the surface as well. Okay, so exclusively marine, they will not be found in fresh water. There is no exception also, any of the comb jellies you see in the fresh water as well. So everyone is present in the marine. So very, very important point, exclusively marine. Talking about their symmetry, the symmetry is same as the Cnidaria. The Coelentrates phylum, which we studied before this, that is also showing radial symmetry. This is also showing radial symmetry. You can see the organism. There are two planes shown here, which is dividing the body into two equal halves. So this is one red plane being shown here and green plane. So there are more than one planes which is dividing the body into equal halves, and that is called as the radial symmetry. And you can see the comb plates also. You can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Exactly 8 comb plates we can see. Okay, it's not visible actually, so I will just use another pen here. You can see here, these are the comb plates, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth. And this question is also asked many times. How many comb plates is seen in the comb jellies, okay, or the sea walnuts? So total number of comb plates present in the Ctenophora phylum will be 8 comb plates, okay? Very important. We can see again comb plates. Next, talking about number of germ layers, this also we have discussed in general characteristics. Ctenophora germ layers, they are diploblastic, having 2 germ layers, ectoderm and endoderm. And since there is no mesoderm, so there is no question of having a coelom. So what are they, guys? They are acoelomates. What are they? Acoelomates. And which tissue, which organization they are showing? Tissue level of organization. So this point also, being diploblastic, acoelomate, tissue level of organization, this also we have discussed in the general characteristics when we were doing basis of classification. So when we were talking about basis of classification, all these points were covered. Okay, just quickly moving ahead. Acha, one more thing you can add. Mesoderm is absent. So my question to you all, do they show mesoglia? Will they show mesoglia? MESOGLEA. Will they show presence of mesoglia? Yes or no in the chat box? Isha is saying yes. What about other students? Dikshit, okay. Spurti, yes. Very good. So remember, mesoglia, yes. Lavanya, absolutely correct. Uma Devi, correct. Kirtini, correct. Manasthavi, also correct. So mesoglia is present. That's how they get the jelly nature, okay? Since there is presence of mesoglia, that's how they will show the jelly nature, okay? That's why they are called as comb jellies. Body is like a jelly, comb-like structures are present, comb plates-like structures are present. That's why comb jellies they are called, okay? Moving ahead. Now talking about their special characteristics. Ctenophora, all the organisms present in Ctenophora, they have a remarkable property, okay? And that is what? That is bioluminescence. What it is? Bioluminescence. Now what is luminescence? Luminescence means property of glowing, okay? A certain thing which is glowing, emitting light. And since a living organism is doing that, living organism means bio, so we call it as bioluminescence. So the property of a living organism to emit light is called as bioluminescence, and it is very well remarkable property seen in Ctenophora. All Ctenophora mostly glow in the dark, okay? And one more property here it is shown, power of regeneration. Power of regeneration is also very high, so it is a kind of asexual reproduction, okay? So when they break up, when they break down, they can again regenerate very well. They can regenerate their body parts. So this is the property well marked seen in this. Okay, there are certain bacteria also, there are certain algae also which are showing the properties of bioluminescence. Okay, so certain algae and all are there, or blue-green algae also are there, which have the property of bioluminescence. Are we clear? No exceptions as such, Spurti. Majority of the Ctenophora they show. So it's a well-marked property, mostly in all the Ctenophora. Yeah, in the daytime, if you try to see, you will not be able to see. Okay, bioluminescence will be only visible during the night time. Okay, deep in the marine water. In daytime, they will appear absolute transparent jelly-like structure to you. Okay, moving ahead. After bioluminescence property, next, this was the property I was talking about. So you can see comb-like structures. The comb-like structures we have. Okay. Sir, but the reproduction takes by only cereal meats. Yes, Isha, but regeneration they can show, na? Regeneration of body parts they can show. Yes, only sexual reproduction is there. Okay, that point is correct of yours. Only sexual reproduction is there. Body parts they can regenerate. Okay, body parts they can regenerate. Reproduction will be sexual. Okay, next, talking about comb plates. Now, when we look their body, they show tentacles here. Okay, this tentacle like structures are there, and when we zoom it and see, the tentacles show presence of cilia on them. What the tentacle shows? The tentacle shows presence of cilia. So if the structure is like this, they will show what? They will show presence of cilia like this. So there is a long tentacle and they show presence of what? They show presence of cilia. So comb-like structures are there. So this one structure is called as a comb, and they show presence of what? They show presence of cilia. They show presence of cilia, and this one structure will be called as a comb plate. What this will be called as a comb plate. And this cilia inside this cilia, we will have a photoprotein. What we will have? A photoprotein that helps in, doing a reaction that will emit the light. Okay, so cilia has a certain protein inside it that is going to show certain reaction, and that is going to help to emit the light. So comb like 8 ciliary plates are there. How many ciliary plates, or how many comb plates we have total? 8 comb plates are there. Okay, and these cilia, but obvious cilia will help in movement, that is swimming. And since these comb plates are present in the ctenophores, they are also called as comb jellies. They are also called as comb jellies. So a very important point, 8 ciliary plates called as comb plates are present on the body. Okay, and one more thing, since they don't have cnidocytes, as we discussed, they don't have cnidocytes, so they cannot sting their prey. So how they will catch the food? Cnidocytes, we studied that they sting their prey and they release that hypnotoxin, and then they will engulf the prey and they will eat it, internally digest it, intracellular, extracellular, in the night area. But what about these guys? These guys are very, cute guys, like they don't have any stinging cells. Okay, so literally they are harmless to us. They don't cause any harm to us. Okay, jellyfish can cause harm to us. But what about these guys? How they will capture their food? If they don't have cnidocytes, how they will capture their food? So what is the difference between internal, external? Beta, fertilization happening inside the body is internal. Fertilization happening outside the animal's body is external. Did you got my question, guys? My question to you all is, how this guy, this is an animal. This is an animal what we are studying. Ctenophora is an animal. How it will catch the food? Cnidaria have cnidocytes. Cnidaria have cnidocytes. No, beta. No. They will not use comb plates. They will not use cilia. They will not use comb plates. Comb plate pe to sirf cilia hai na. On the comb plates only cilia is there. Cilia, they will just show the movement. Cilia, how that will help in capturing of the food? Cilia is helping in locomotion and movement. And if some prey moves very fast, then what will happen? Yeah. So I wanted to give you one extra information. They have a special cell on the tentacle, on their body, on the tentacles, the comb plates. They have a special cell which releases a very sticky glue-like substance that helps in sticking in the prey's body. So if any prey comes, any zooplankton or something comes, it will stick to the tentacles or the comb plates. And that sticky substance releasing cell, it is a very special cell present in the ctenophore. Manastavi, very good beta, Manastavi Reddy. Absolutely, I was talking about that cell only, and that cell is called as the coloblast. Kya hai beta? Coloblast. The cell is coloblast. So the coloblast cells are the cells present on the body surface, present on the comb plates, and they release a glue-like sticky substance that is going to attach with the foreign body, or I will say the prey, and that's how they will capture their food. Am I clear? So you can somewhere mention in your book Coloblast are the special cells which helps in capturing the food by releasing a sticky substance, glue-like substance. And coloblast is only present in Ctenophora. Okay, it's a remarkable property of, again, I will say, special cell mostly seen in Ctenophores only, the coloblast cells. Are we clear with this, guys? So coloblast cells, very important, present throughout the comb plates. Okay, are we clear, guys? Just write down. Why I'm saying this? Because see, NCERT has not given this, but some of the PYQs, and it's a very, important cell for the Ctenophore, so you should know that. Are we clear, guys? Okay? Some of the questions in the gym booklet you might get based on coloblast as well. Okay? Moving ahead. Okay? So we are done with the 8 rows of comb plates. Now talking about digestion. Digestion happens, some digestion will happen intracellular, that is inside the cell. Intracellular is inside the cell, and some digestion happens in their cavity, though they also have a certain gastrovascular cavity, like your jellyfish, your Cnidaria had the gastrovascular cavity. They also have a cavity like that. Certain digestion is going to happen in the extracellular space outside the cell, and certain digestion is going to happen inside the cell. So digestion is both intracellular, extracellular, same as Cnidaria. Cnidaria also show intracellular, extracellular. These guys will also show intracellular, extracellular. And talking about other systems, skeletal, circulatory, respiratory, excretory, all system is absent. Okay. So what about the circulation, respiration and excretion? How it will happen? How the circulation, respiration and excretion happen, how the excretory waste will be released, how the gaseous exchange will happen. All the things are done by the body surface. The body surface of the Ctenophore is going to do everything. Exchange of nitrogenous waste, that is ammonia, directly exchanging with the marine water, and also taking up oxygen from the water body. Yes, Isha, absolutely right. Body surface is going to be used. Okay, done? Moving ahead. Now, talking about Ctenophora reproduction. Talking about Ctenophora reproduction. Ctenophora are what? They are hermaphrodites. What are they? They are bisexual. Okay. Porifera was also bisexual. Cnidaria, some individuals are bisexual, some species show unisexuality. So we have not discussed that. Right? Sir, how is extracellular digestion occurring? In the cavity, beta. Like in Cnidaria, we studied they have a coelenteron, they have a gastrovascular cavity. There is a cavity present here also. Okay, a small cavity is present inside the body within which the digestion is going to happen. Okay, so that's why it is extracellular. And whatever digestion happens inside the cell, that is intracellular. Talking about reproduction, they are hermaphrodites, bisexual. Asexual reproduction is completely absent. Okay, yeah, Lakshmi, I will come to that. Okay, we will come to that. Animals of phylum Ctenophora are hermaphrodite, they are bisexual, and asexual reproduction is absent. Asexual reproduction is completely absent. Fertilization is generally external. So gametes are going to fuse outside the body. So gametes are released in the water, and gametes are going to fuse in the water, and we will get the fertilization in the water only, not inside the body. When the fertilization is outside the body, you will call it as external fertilization. And after the zygote is formed, the embryo is formed, there will be a larval stage. What there will be? A larval stage. So after post-fertilization, okay, we got the adult, we got the egg, got fertilized by the sperm, we got the embryo, and from the embryo we get a larval stage. So the development in Ctenophora is indirect, and with a ciliated spherical larva. You can see a ciliated spherical larva is present here, okay, and that is called as a dipid larva. What that is called as a dipid larva. See, larva name is not required to be remembered for the NEET exams, okay, but still, if you are having some time, you are having some patience, you may note the names of the larva as well. And when you get the gym booklet also, that will be also having the name of the larva, but strictly speaking, not required for the NEET exam to remember the name of the larva. Are we clear with this point, guys? Are we clear with Ctenophora reproduction? Are we clear, guys? Sorry. I will have some water. So Lakshmi, yeah, Lakshmi Deepak, GVS. Okay, yeah, Lakshmi, you were asking a doubt, sir. Please could you please don't mind explain Ctenophora regeneration? Yeah, Lakshmi, Ctenophora does shows regeneration only of the broken body parts. Only of the broken body parts. Yes, only of the broken body parts, not like Platyhelminthes. Not like Platyhelminthes. Platyhelminthes can break the body into two parts, and then the two parts will regenerate again into the flatworms. Then it will become asexual. Here we don't have asexual in Ctenophora. Only regeneration will be the body parts. Okay, you will not get a second animal from a first animal. The first animal will be using regeneration only for development of the body part. Like little bit, we also show little bit our organ gets damaged, so we are also able to regenerate. Like your skin gets damaged, you can regenerate your skin. Little bit also liver has the property of regeneration. Okay, but in this guy, in Ctenophora, if the animal gets injured, some body part is broken, then that will be regenerated. Regeneration is not a mode of asexual reproduction here. That point should be clear. Are we clear? Yes, Isha, regeneration of organ. Only regeneration of organ or broken parts. Okay. Okay. So Ctenophora done. Okay. Ctenophora done. Moving ahead with the examples. Just two examples are given in the NCERT. One is the Ctenoplana and another is the Pleurobrachia. I need you to make a note of it. Whatever diagram is given, if this diagram is asked, you need to mark Pleurobrachia. Don't mark Ctenoplana. In your NCERT, they have shown this image, na, Pleurobrachia, and it is also known as sea gooseberry. It is also known as what, guys? It is also known as sea gooseberry. Okay. Also known as sea gooseberry. Do you know what is a gooseberry? You know amla, green color amla indica. Avla bolte Hindi mein usko. Have you seen amla, green color amla? And when you see the green color amla, does it also has the striations like this, like Pleurobrachia is showing? So Pleurobrachia structure resembles with the amla also, and amla is the gooseberry. Okay, and that's why it is called as sea gooseberry. It can be also called as sea walnuts. Okay, that's it. Now moving to the next phylum. Moving to the next phylum, guys, come on. Moving to the next phylum. After Ctenophora, the next phylum we are going to talk about is Platyhelminthes. So let's quickly start with Platyhelminthes. Come on, guys. So Platyhelminthes, what are Platyhelminthes? Platy means flat. Platy means flat and helminth means worms. So there are two worms phylum which we are going to study, the Platyhelminthes and Aschelminthes. Helminths means worms. Helminth means worm. Platy is flat, Aschelminthes are roundworms. Platy is flatworms and Aschelminthes are roundworms. Both are parasite to human beings. Majority of them are parasite to human beings. Okay, now going to Platyhelminthes. Let's talk about them. Flatworms are placed in separate group called as Platyhelminthes. Platy means broad or flat. Helmin means worm. Most of the flatworms are endoparasites. Very important line, endoparasites, because they cause infection to us. Okay, they cause infection to us, like tapeworm infection, teniasis. So people who consume, I think, beef or pork, the people who consume beef or pork and it is not cooked properly, some of the eggs or cysts are there inside, and that may hatch inside and then develop into a tapeworm. There is also a very rare case seen of tapeworm infection by cabbage. So there are multiple cabbages also, in the cabbage also the tapeworms may go, and on the street food we eat all that, kya bolte hai, Chinese whale, and on that cabbage is used and it is not cleaned properly or cooked properly. In that case also ingestion may happen. So tapeworm infection, teniasis. Similarly, one more infection can occur to us, liver fluke. Liver fluke infection can also occur, hepatica fasciola, damaging our liver. So all internal infections. One more is there, schistohistosoma, blood fluke, schistosomiasis. Okay, not through snails, absolutely, Vinay. Through fish and snails, which are the intermediate host, that is given in your, I think, organism and population chapter, liver fluke. We will come to that. Okay, so just remember, flatworms are endoparasites. Okay, most of them. What is the meaning? Most of the flatworms are endoparasite, means majority of the flatworms are harmful to us. They cause internal infection. Endoparasites found in animals. They affect the animals also, they affect human beings also, but some are the good ones. Some are the free living ones. Free living means do not damaging anyone. Free living means not damaging anyone, not harming anyone. Okay, the free living ones are also there. And what is the habitat? You will find Platyhelminthes on terrestrial land also, like the tapeworm you can find on the land as well. Freshwater you may get the liver fluke, and marine mostly you will get the Digestion, the proper flatworm, the planaria which we study. So planaria mostly in the marine environment. Freshwater will have the liver fluke. There are some species of flatworms found in freshwater also, and in terrestrial we will get the tapeworms. Okay, so they are present in all the habitats in general. Okay, if I am an examiner and I want to trick you in the exam, that I want to say that flatworms are ectoparasites to animals, this can be come as a statement, and if you are not reading properly, you are knowing it's a parasite, is harmful. But if it is an ectoparasite, then the statement will become true or false. The statement will become false. Okay, now I will change the statement. Flatworms are endoparasite to the plants. Flatworms are endoparasite to the plants. Again, the statement will become false. So see, you have to be careful. Okay, you have to show your presence of mind. एंडोपैरासाइट है लेकिन प्लांट्स को तो कुछ नहीं कर रहा ना, but it is not harming the plants. But if I say flatworms, if I say roundworms, then roundworms are endoparasite to plants, what will be your answer? Roundworms, I am saying roundworms, Aschelminthes are endoparasite to plants. Yes, answer is true. Roundworm, Aschelminthes, they affect animals also, they affect plants also. So they are endoparasites to humans also, they are endoparasites to plants also. But talking about Platyhelminthes, they are only endoparasite to animals. Are we clear with this? Okay. So see, all these points are very basic points here, guys. I am not teaching any rocket science here, very easy. Just a few characteristics we are seeing, and you know already this. You might have studied this for 1 or 2 years. You all know this, but you should be becoming little smarter that how a particular line can be twisted and given to you. Only that thing you need to learn as a smart student, so you don't do any silly mistake in your exams. Okay, so here we have the tapeworm, which is parasitic, planaria, which is free living. Okay, moving ahead, now talking about the body is a dorso-ventrally flattened. So dorsal means from the backside, from the above, ventral means from the below. So it is flat from above also, flat from back also. So the body is a dorso-ventrally flattened, and that's why they are called as flatworms. Dorso-ventrally flattened. Dorsal means backside, ventral means lower side. So they are having a flat body. Are we clear with this, guys? Dorso-ventrally flattened body, that's why they are called as the flatworms. Now, since they are parasites to humans, they show certain parasitic structures, especially like the hooks and sucker. You can see the hooks and sucker. Which is this organism here we are showing? We are showing the tapeworm. Okay, this is the head of the tapeworm. The head area of the tapeworm, that is called as the scolex part, Scolex. Okay, not required for your NEET exam. That is the scolex region, the head region. You can see the hooks and you can see the suckers. Okay, so hooks get attached to the intestinal surface, and using the suckers they are taking up the nutrition. Okay, and you can see one more tapeworm here residing in the intestine. Okay, so this is probably an endoscopy structure or a sigmoidoscopy, where we are inside the large intestine here, and we can see clearly a tapeworm is there inside. Okay, so using the hooks and sucker, they are present in the parasitic form, and through which they are absorbing nutrients directly from the body surface. Okay, through their body surface they are absorbing it, also using their suckers. Okay, so some of them absorb nutrients from the host directly through their body surface also. And similarly there is liver fluke also. Okay, fasciola hepatica. Okay, and this is your tapeworm, tinea. Okay, are we clear, guys? Will hooks and sucker will be seen in planaria? Hooks and suckers are present in planaria. What do you will say? True or false? It will be false. Hooks and suckers are only present in the parasitic forms. Only present in the parasitic forms, not in planaria. Planaria is a sweet guy. Okay, planaria doesn't harm. Are we clear? Then what about the symmetry? What about the symmetry? The symmetry is bilateral. Okay, symmetry is bilateral. So sponges asymmetrical. After that we studied Cnidaria radially symmetrical, Ctenophora also radially symmetrical. Starting from Platyhelminthes we are saying bilateral symmetry. From Platyhelminthes to everyone will be now showing bilateral symmetry, except the adults of echinodermate. Except the adult of echinodermate, everyone will show bilateral symmetry. Yes, so Platyhelminthes bilateral symmetry. I will not add any extra point to this. Talking about the germ layers, how many germ layers are there? 3 germ layers are there. I will say the first phylum to show all the 3 germ layers: ectoderm, endoderm, mesoderm. Every germ layer is present. So it is a triploblastic animal. What it is? It's a triploblastic animal, shows presence of all the 3 germ layers. But one problem is there. Does mesoderm splits? Does mesoderm divides to give rise a coelom? No. Ledu. Mesoderm doesn't give rise to coelom. Absolutely right, Isha. Triploblastic acoelomate. Do not make any coelom cavity. Okay. So the whole space between ectoderm and endoderm. See, ectoderm is the outer body wall. Ectoderm is the outer body wall. And this is the gut. Gut is lined by endoderm. This is the gut through which food will pass. And here there is endoderm. Endoderm lining the inner body wall. And here is mesoderm. Here is what? Mesoderm. Mesoderm is present in between, but mesoderm will not split. There will be no formation of any coelom. Are we clear, guys? So they are triploblastic acoelomate. Mesoderm is fully packing. It is present, fully covered. Correct. Okay. Then talking about the level of organization. Talking about level of organization, they show organ level of organization. They do not show organ system. Little bit evolution is seen. From Cnidaria, Ctenophora, which were showing tissue level of organization, now they are showing what? Now they are showing the organ level of organization. You can see the different organs. You can see a pharynx, which is representing both mouth and anus here, then intestine for digestion. You can see the nervous system. Nervous system is looking like a ladder. Ladder like nervous system. Ladder. Okay, like ladder has 2 rows and horizontal connected parts are there. So you can see a ladder-like nervous system with the ganglion representing the brain, ovary, testes, all are present. And see, here ovaries and testes are present in a single individual. Ovaries and testes are present in a single individual. Automatically, this individual becomes what? Hermaphrodite. Bisexual it becomes. Correct? So here it is showing ovary, testes, the excretory canal, the another structure required for excretion, flame cells, the protonephridia required for excretion and osmoregulation. So lot of organs are there present in the body. So we say organ level of organization. Okay. Moving ahead. Already we said animals of phylum Platyhelminthes are acoelomates. The space between body wall and organ, it is filled with a connective tissue called as parenchyma. Okay, guys. So here, this mesoderm, ectoderm is there, Endoderm is there. In between them, what is there? Mesoderm. What is there? Mesoderm. Mesoderm here is also called as a parenchyma. So you may note this point here. You may note this point. I want you all to note this point. Please note this point. I don't generally ask to write notes, but please make a note of this. Okay? The space between the body wall and the organs are filled with connective tissue. Which tissue? Connective tissue. And what is the name of the connective tissue? It is called as the parenchyma, or it can be also called as a mesenchyme. It can be also called as a mesenchyme, and that is nothing but the mesoderm tissue. Please understand, mesoderm was during the embryonic stage. Mesoderm was during the embryonic stage, but when it becomes adult, still that space is filled with the tissue. Now in adult, you will call it as the parenchyma. In adult, you will call it as a parenchyma. Are we clear? So some very old PYQ is there. Very, very old PYQ. Okay, so don't worry. 99.9% chances are there. They will not ask this, but you should be knowing this. Okay, that what is between the external body wall and the gut wall. In between external body wall and the gut wall, there is presence of parenchyma. That is nothing but derived from the mesodermal tissue. Are we clear with this? Sir, up to when online classes will be on YouTube, please say, sir. It all depends upon you, Lakshmi, and all the other students. I have seen all the teachers are requesting you constantly to be present on the campus, so that you have better understanding. And especially, what do I believe is when you are present in the campus, when you are listening to the live lectures, you can clarify a lot of doubts. Like after online class, how many of you are practicing with the MCQs? How many of you are generating a lot of doubts, and how they are cleared, I don't know. So for that, you have to come to the offline campus as soon as possible. And already a lot of offline classes batches are already started in boys and girls. Okay. Very few students are able to manage through the online where they can study on their own, but maximum students, they need a lot of support from the teacher. Okay, where they get a lot of doubts throughout the day. Throughout the day, you're not studying only one subject. You're going through chemistry, physics, botany, zoology, everything. You're getting a lot of doubts. Sir, any change in gym booklet? Yes, Jyoti. A lot of changes there in the gym book. A lot of addition, correction, deletion has been done. Okay, so gym booklets are changed, but you can still come and have a look. Okay, if you're comfortable, you can go ahead with it. Okay, and every year there are changes done in the gym book. Okay. Every year it is improvised. Okay? Are we clear, guys? Come on, moving ahead. Now talking about after body cavity, next digestive system. Animals of phylum Platyhelminthes are acoelomate. ठीक है, ये तो हो गया, parenchyma हो गया. What about digestive system, guys? Tell me about digestive system. Is it complete or incomplete? Platyhelminthes digestive system is complete or incomplete? Come on, in the chat box, quickly. Let's see how fast you chat. It's incomplete. Yes. Yes, Usha. Yes, Purti. Yes, Isha. Again, correct. Yes, Jyoti. It is incomplete. Yes, Vijay. Absolutely. Incomplete. Only one single opening. Only one single opening. Yes, Sobia Sayyed. Only one single opening, that is representing the mouth and anus through which the food will enter and the digested food will go out. Am I clear? So incomplete digestive system. In fact, I will give you some additional data. You know tapeworms? Tapeworms do not have digestive system also. Tapeworms do not have digestive system also. They are directly absorbing the nutrients. Why do they need to digest inside something? So in the tapeworm, they don't have the digestive system also. They don't have any opening through which the food will enter and the cavity where the food will take digestion. Direct absorption. And that's why when you go to the organism and population you studied there, that parasites have, change a lot of things in their body. High level of reproduction capacity is very high. They have lost a lot of organs, right? They have lost a lot of organs and direct absorption of nutrients. So in the parasitic form, the digestive system is also absent. Talking about planaria, it is incomplete. Only one single opening through which the food will enter inside the digestive cavity, then the digested food will be there and coming out through the same opening. So incomplete digestive system. Talking about their respiration. Respiration is directly from the body surface. Directly through the body surface. See, some of them absorb nutrients from the host directly. So these are who? Some of them absorb nutrients directly from the host. These are your tapeworms and liver fluke. They do not require any digestive system. But talking about planaria, planaria will have a digestive system through which food will enter. Gaseous exchange is happening through the body surface. The oxygen will be taken out of the external atmosphere, and whatever CO2 is produced in the body, it will be exchanged outside through the body surface. So Cnidaria, Ctenophora, Platyhelminthes, respiration is mostly, or the excretory process is mostly also with the body surface. Yeah. Talking about excretion, one special structure is there. In Platyhelminthes, when we talk about excretory system, when we talk about Platyhelminthes excretory system, they have a peculiar cell called as flame cells. Very, very important point. Many times it is asked in exams. Okay. Flame cells, also known as solenocytes or protonephridia. And these flame cells, you can see, here are the flame cells. And these cells, what do? They help in excretion and osmoregulation. So they remove the excess water from the body, regulating the water and salt balance. Also along in that water, the nitrogen, ammonia, the nitrogenous waste, ammonia is also released. So Platyhelminthes are ammonotelic, excreting the ammonia as the nitrogenous waste. The flame cell also helps in osmoregulation. Okay, and what is the chief waste? Ammonia is the chief excretory waste. So these guys, Platyhelminthes, are ammonotelic. What are they? Ammonotelic. Okay. Now I will ask one smart question to you all. Let's see how many of you give the answer. Other than Platyhelminthes, which are the animals or phylum of animal showing flame cells? They also have flame cells. Tell me, guys. Other than Platyhelminthes, very good, Isha. Very good, Isha. Rotifers. One more thing you are missing, Isha. You can add something more to it. So flame cells are also present in rotifers. Yes, Dikshit, correct hai. Ek aur animal group hai. One more animal group shows it. That is given in NCERT. I am not asking anything outside NCERT. Rotifer is same. Rotifer is same. Correct hai. One more animal group shows flame cells. Very good, Vijay Ved. Superb. Vijay Ved has written Amphioxus. Amphioxus, very nice. Amphioxus belongs to cephalochordate. Isha, you had also written correctly. Annelida, some annelids also show flame cells. So just remember, this point is not directly given in animal kingdom, but this point is given in excretory system. In excretion chapter it is given. Yes, Lavanya, absolutely right. So, smart students. Okay. So what I am saying that flame cells किसमें present है? Platyhelminthes में है. ठीक है? It is present in the Platyhelminthes. Okay, all some annelids. Kuncham सही बोल रहा हूँ ना? Kuncham annelids. Okay. Kuncham annelids. Now don't ask me the name. Okay. These are some of the annelids. Okay. Which are having this flame cells. And then we have the rotifers also, the rotifera phylum or rotifers. And someone also answered properly, Amphioxus. Amphioxus, which is also known as the lancelets, okay. So see how many phylums? Platyhelminthes phylum, some annelids having flame cells. Rotifera is a phylum. Rotifera is an animal phylum which we don't study, but its name is given in excretion chapter. And then Amphioxus lancelet. What are Amphioxus lancelets? They are cephalochordates. Yes or no? Cephalochordata. Cephalochordates. Are we clear with this, guys? So you might be thinking, sir, this information is given in excretion chapter. Why you are telling here, sir? No, it is related to animal kingdom. Flame cell is here. So you should know it always. Can it be asked in exam? Definitely it will be asked in exam. Sir, but that is given in excretion. No, we will ask. Okay, because in general, you should know what is, okay, the flame cells wherever it will be present. Okay, we just don't want you to by heart the data. You should analyze and relate also. So many of you gave the right answer. Rotifera, Vijaya Ved gave very good answer quickly. He was the first one to say Amphioxus. Very good. Okay. So you can make a sticky note. Sticky note बना के चिपका दो ना वहाँ पे. You make a sticky note and just paste it there on your Animal Kingdom book, on the textbook. Okay. चलो, moving ahead. Moving ahead. Okay, हो गया ये. Excretory system done. Done. Now let's talk about the reproductive system. Come on. Let's talk about the reproductive system. We have already seen that diagram. See, planaria is there. Either it is planaria, either it is liver fluke, either it is tapeworm. All are bisexual, all are hermaphrodites, having both male and female reproductive organs. And the reproductive organs are well developed. In fact, the reproductive system is very well developed in the Platyhelminthes. That's why in your NCRT, in the table, in the basis of classification table, they have mentioned organ, organ system in Platyhelminthes, because the reproductive system is very well developed, but other are just at organ level of organization. So that's why I told you in the previous classes that if the level of organization is asked in the Platyhelminthes, you just go for the organ level of organization. Are we clear with this? So hermaphrodite hai. Hermaphrodite means bisexual or monoecious. Both is okay. You can say monoecious also. You can say bisexual also. Are we clear? Hermaphrodite पूछ सकते हैं, bisexual बोल सकते हैं, monoecious भी बोल सकते हैं. Interchangeably the word can be used. Okay. Then reproductive organs are well developed. Fertilization is inside the body. Fertilization internal, very important. We just studied Ctenophora. Ctenophora fertilization external. Cnidaria it is not given because Cnidaria is a mixed kind of reproductive systems in different animal groups in Cnidaria. So we studied Porifera, internal fertilization with indirect development, larval stage. Then we went on to Ctenophora. Ctenophora also in external fertilization with indirect development via dipid larval stage. And after Ctenophora, now we are in the Platyhelminthes. Fertilization is internal, highlight this, very important. And development is through many larval stages. Many larval stages means indirect development. Whenever there is a larval stage, it is indirect development. Are we clear? Yes? Are we clear? Srinivasu is saying something, sir. Actually, planaria have nervous system, so we will say organ level and organ system. That also you can say, Srinivasu. The nervous system is also well developed, but the ganglias and all that are not present. The ganglia is present on the nerve cord comes later, but still nervous system is seen. So we can say, sir, in the Platyhelminthes organ level of organ, but systems are also present, so much advanced. No, we will still go for organ level. The majority of the structures relating to the organ are at organ level, so we better answer go for organ level. Okay, so this we have discussed already in the previous classes. Okay, now moving ahead, after reproductive system, some planaria, some members of the phylum Platyhelminthes also show regeneration. Okay, and the regeneration capacity is very high. Where they are found? Planaria is found where? Moving into streams or freshwater ponds, also found in the marine water. Planaria can be also found in the fresh water as well. So both fresh water and marine water, and you can clearly see they have a very high regeneration capacity, but the body is splitting into two parts and again getting regenerated. So here regeneration is used as an asexual mode of reproduction. Regeneration here is used as a asexual mode of reproduction. Okay, then talking about the other examples, here Taenia solium, tapeworm, Taenia saginata, that is beef tapeworm. Okay, so adult Taenia are present in the intestine of an infected humans. Infected humans are the primary host, and the larval stage is present in the pigs, which are acting as a secondary host. Okay, and disease can be called as teniasis. What will be the disease called as, guys? The disease will be called as a teniasis. Okay, which is happening due to consuming the pork or beef that is not cooked properly. Then you will get the infection, that is the teniasis. Now coming to the next example, Fasciola hepatica. Fasciola is the genus, hepatica is the species. The liver fluke is found where? It is found in the infected animal's liver in the bile duct of goat and sheep. They are the primary host, and snail is the secondary host. Snail is secondary host. We can also add fishes also. We can also add fish. So given in your organism and population chapter, many parasites, okay, yes, Harshit, it is not given. This part you can find, this fasciola part you can find, okay. Fasciola part you can find, liver fluke, that is given in organism population. I am saying that liver fluke requires more than one host. So there is a primary host and a secondary host. Here the secondary host will be snail and fishes. Snail and fishes behave like an intermediate or a secondary host. That is clearly mentioned in the NCERT organism population chapter. And one more thing they have mentioned. They have mentioned the class of fasciola. What they have mentioned? Class. See, we are studying Phylum Platyhelminthes. What is the class of liver fluke? Fasciola, liver fluke. What is the class they have mentioned? Can anyone tell me in the chat box? Let's see. Do you remember? Come on. They have mentioned the class. After phylum, class comes, na? So they have mentioned the class of Fasciola hepatica in organism and population chapter. Liver fluke belongs to which class? Trematode. What they have mentioned there? Trematoda. Absolutely right, Kirtana. Absolutely right. They have mentioned that Fasciola, which is the liver fluke, they have mentioned Trematoda or trematodes. So Trematoda is a class. Trematoda is a class which belongs to Platyhelminthes. Similarly, your tapeworm belongs to what? Tapeworm belongs to the class, I think, Cystoda. It belongs to the class Cystoda. And talking about planaria, that I think belongs to the class Turbellaria. Turbellaria is the class, okay? So don't get scared, okay? Don't get scared, just chill, just relax. Since it is given in the NCERT, I am saying it's a trematode, class is Trematoda, and tapeworm, Cystoda, planaria, Turbellaria, okay? So if one class is given, they might think that you should know the other class's name as well, but not required. Only for liver fluke, this is very important to know the class Trematoda and the secondary host, snail and fish. Snail and what I can write here? Fish also we can write here. Snail and fish also we can write as a intermediate host. Are we clear? Okay. So these are the parasitic examples. What are these guys? These are the parasitic examples. Moving ahead. Next. What is the next example given? Planaria. Another example we will say planaria. Okay. Planaria is another example. Planaria, scientific name we can say Digestion. Planaria, scientific name we can say Digestion. D-U-G-E-S-I-A, Digestion. Okay. Next. Moving ahead to the next phylum, guys. Come on. Going to the next phylum. Which is the next phylum? Let's quickly complete the next phylum. Aschelminthes or Nemathelminthes. Aschelminthes or Nemathelminthes, also known as roundworms. The term Nemathelminthes, nemat means thread, helminth means worm. Aschelminthes, ask means bag. Ask, A-S-C, ask means bag. So whenever someone gets an Ascariasis infection or any worm infection, the intestinal cavity can get fully packed or choked up with the worms. So then it is called as a bag of worms. Aschelminthes, Nemathelminthes, nemat has a meaning, Latin word meaning that is a thread-like structure. So threadworms we can say, or roundworms. And Gegenbauer is a scientist who proposed the term Nemathelminthes, and roughly there are 15,000 species. No need to remember this. Who proposed the term, how many species? Okay, just it's an additional data. Directly moving to the NCERT points, let us see what are the characteristics. Now, talking about the habitat where they are found. Okay. So I hope you are not disgusted as a doctor, future doctors you are looking here. So here you are looking at what? Here you are looking at the, probably the GI tract. You are looking at the GI tract here, gastrointestinal tract, and you can clearly see the adult Ascaris worm inside, okay? very big adult Ascaris worm. Probably it is a female, I think. And what is the habitat? Many roundworms live as a parasite. Parasite to plants also and animals also. And mostly they are endoparasites. What are they? Endoparasite. So very important point. Aschelminthes, they are parasites to plants and animals both. Okay? While some of them might be free living. Some of them are free living, that is non-harmful, they do not cause any harm, and they can be found in fresh water also, sea water also, and soil also. You can find them in fresh water, sea water, and soil as well. Like your Ascaris, hookworms, and Cyclostoma, you can find them in the soil. C. elegans, you can find them in the fresh waters. Okay, C. elegans, that is given in your, again, Human Genome Project. You did the genome project for C. elegans also. Caenorhabditis elegans, that is a free living one, non-harmful it is. Okay, moving ahead. Ascaris, we can see clearly an endoparasite. Talking about their body forms. So when we take a cross section of Aschelminthes, it comes out to be round cross section. You can see that's why they are called as roundworms. Their body appears to be circular in cross section. Their body is circular in cross section. And very, very important point where students do the mistake in their questions in the exam. Bodies are unsegmented. What is the body? Body is very smooth body. I showed you the Ascaris here. Look here. You see the Ascaris here, okay? Is there any segmentation present on the body? Does it show any segmentation? So, body of the Aschelminthes is unsegmented. No segments on the body. Because just after Aschelminthes, you will have Annelida. Just after Aschelminthes, you have Annelida, and Annelida shows not only just segmentation, it shows external internal segmentation with serial repetition of the organs, and that you call it as the metameric segmentation. The phenomena is metamerism. So Aschelminthes, just remember, smooth body, okay? Very smooth body and not having any segmented. That's why body is unsegmented. No segments on the body. After this, there will be Annelida, segmented body. After Annelida, Arthropoda, segmented body again. Arthropoda also shows segmentation on their body. Then after Arthropoda, we will have Mollusca. Mollusca again, soft body, mollusk, soft body, unsegmented. Okay, have you seen an octopus? Octopus dekha hai, squid dekha hai. Okay, their body is unsegmented. Okay, Annelida, Arthropoda, and Chordata are segmented. Absolutely bang on correct, Kirtini. Super, right answer. Okay, during the basis of classification, we have studied this, right? Unsegmented body, very important point. Talking about now the germ layers and body cavity. So right after Platyhelminthes, everyone is what? Everyone is triploblastic. Right after Platyhelminthes, everyone is triploblastic. So these animals are also triploblastic. Body cavity started to appear, but no proper body cavity has been formed here. Okay, the mesoderm is found in scattered pouches. The mesoderm tried to split but didn't split properly, so scattered pouches are there, and this type of coelom, which is a false coelom, not a true coelom, and that's why these animals are what? Pseudo-coelomates. What are these animals? Pseudo-coelomate. Triploblastic pseudo-coelomate. Absolutely right. Okay. Now you can add one more phylum which is pseudo-coelomate, which is given in NCERT. One more phylum is there which is given in the NCERT textbook, which is pseudo-coelomate. Can anyone tell me? Let's see. Come on, guys. Can you tell me? One more phylum given in NCERT, which is pseudo-coelomate. Phylum name is given. It is not told that phylum is pseudo-coelomate. The name is given. Rotifers. Answer is rotifers. So you may just note down somewhere. Rotifera or rotifers, they are also pseudo-coelomate. Rotifer name is given na beta. Rotifer's name is given there in excretion chapter, flame cells. And rotifer, I told you, it's a minor phylum. Rotifera, R-O-T-I-F-E-R-A, rotifera is a minor phylum of animal kingdom only, not studied but name is given, so you should know that rotifera is also pseudocoelomate. So just make a small note of it, that rotifera also shows pseudocoelom. Itna likh lo, that's it, okay? Again, will they ask, will they not ask, I don't know, okay? Okay? Since it is an animal phylum mentioned in the NCERT, we should know that. It's a pseudocoelomate. Now going to the next point, symmetry. Talking about symmetry, you can see there is a roundworm here, and we can see clearly the body can be divided into two equal halves. A plane is passing through the central axis of the body, dividing them into equal halves, and that is a bilateral symmetry. And these guys, nematodes, roundworms, they show organ system level of organization. Okay? So organ system level of organization started where from exactly? Properly it started in the whole body from Aschelminthes. So we can say from Aschelminthes onwards till Chordata, everyone shows proper organ system level of organization. Okay, moving ahead. Next point. Now talking about the digestive tract, the digestive system. Let us discuss about digestive system. The alimentary canal, the digestive tract is complete. What is the meaning of complete? It has two openings. Mouth is separate, anus opening is separate. So two openings are there, mouth and anus. Two separate openings, that's why we say digestive system is complete. Then another point, very important point, they have a well-developed muscular pharynx. They have a muscular pharynx. What is the purpose of this muscular pharynx? Come on, tell me guys. Muscular pharynx is, and this is very important, it's given in the bold letters in NCERT also, okay? Muscular pharynx. What is the purpose of the muscular pharynx? Tell me. What is the purpose of muscular pharynx? Why it is specified that pharynx is muscular? What is the purpose? This muscular pharynx, come on, anyone? 10 seconds, anyone can answer in the chat box. Why muscular pharynx is needed? Why they have a well-developed muscular pharynx they have mentioned? But obvious, this muscular pharynx is going to help in suction of the food. So as the food is taken in the mouth, to suck it inside, it creates a suction. So the muscular pharynx helps in swallowing actually. Like you also have the pharyngeal muscles here. This also pharyngeal muscles are helping you in the swallowing. So initial part you are using the pharyngeal muscles, then it goes into the esophagus, right? So these guys have muscular pharynx to help, suck in the food. That creates a suction and the food goes inside. Next, after muscular pharynx, what is next mentioned? They are mentioning about the excretory system. So excretory tube is present. What they have? An excretory tube is present in the body which opens outside the body as an excretory pore. So here on the outside, a tube is there, okay? This is the tube. This is the excretory tube. And this excretory tube will release the waste outside through the opening called as excretory pore. Opening outside through a excretory pore. Okay, you can also mention one more thing. There are special excretory cells, like flame cells are there for Platyhelminthes. Similarly, there are special cells which help in excretion in Aschelminthes. Anyone? Anyone in the chat box? Special excretion cells in Aschelminthes starts from the word R. R. Rennet cells. Which cells, guys? Rennet cells. Rennet cell is the answer. Very good, Spurti. Very good, Vijaya Ved. Rennet cell is the answer. Again, this is a very old PYQ. I am not unnecessarily telling you. Very old PYQ, old MCQ. Okay. So looking at the NEET 2025 paper, no risk. Okay. So you should know this. Rennet cells are there. And these rennet cells are the cells present in the excretory tube. And then they release the waste outside. Again, the waste will be nitrogenous waste only. Ammonia is the waste what they excrete. So these guys also ammonotelic. Okay? Moving ahead. Next, talking about the reproduction part. Talking about reproduction part, very important. Aschelminthes are dioecious. What is the another word I can use for dioecious? Sexes are separate. Male, female, separate sex is there. Which is the another word for dioecious? Which word I can use for dioecious? Correct, Dhatri Gola. Unisexual. Yes, Isha. Unisexual. So these are unisexual organism. Male, female have separate sexes. Male, female sex organ is present on the separate body. Okay, hermaphrodite nahi bolenge Dikshit. Hermaphrodite means monoecious, bisexual. Say unisexual beta. ठीक है? And they show sexual dimorphism. Not only they are dioecious. See, dioecious means unisexuality. On a roundworm, only single sex organ will be present. Either the male or female it will be there. Only one sex organ will be present, not both. So it is unisexual. Only single sex organ on the individual's body. Either it is a male or it is a female. Next point, very important word, they show sexual dimorphism. What do they show? Sexual dimorphism. Now what is the meaning of sexual dimorphism? Male, female sexes are present on separate body. Unisexuality means only one sex will be present on the one organism body. Bisexuality means both the sexes are present on the individual body. Okay, no, sexual dimorphism. Sexual dimorphism doesn't mean sexes are separate. Sexual dimorphism means male female body will have some difference. The difference between the male female anatomical structure. The difference between male and female anatomical structure. So when you observe a human male body and a human female body, you can distinguish which is male and female, right? You can distinguish male and female. Similarly, when you look at an ascaris worm, looking at the body features, you can tell it is a male or a female. Like here, you have a male ascaris. Male ascaris, when you compare it with the female ascaris are longer. Male ascaris are shorter. Female ascaris are broader. Male ascaris is narrower. Male ascaris posterior end is curved. Female ascaris posterior end is not curved. Are you getting me? Height. So first of all, height, length. Male chota, chinna. Female lamba, pedda, long size. Male is longer, female is longer, male is shorter. Female is broader, male is narrower. Female posterior curve end is there. Okay? Female posterior end is there, curved. And there it shows small penis-like structures. Penile setae are there. Penile setae are there which will penetrate inside the female ascaris. And that will show internal fertilization. That's how the deposition of sperm will occur. That's why fertilization is occurring what? Fertilization is internal. Are we clear with this? So sexual dimorphism का meaning यहाँ पे भी लिखा है, देखो, systematic difference in the form between of two different sexes in the same species. Like you have studied cockroach also. So if I keep one male cockroach and female cockroach in front of you, you can identify the differences. Like one difference, the anal style, the caudal style present in male cockroach, not present in the female. One important difference that distinguishes the male and female. Similarly, here also a lot of differences are there. Okay, so only one is mentioned in the NCERT. NCERT says females are longer than males, females are broader also than males, and only one reason I can say that because female has to lay eggs. Female has to carry so many babies inside. One female ascaris lays 2 lakh eggs at a time. So much of egg she is laying, so much of nutrition is required. So bada obvious the physical characteristic of the body will increase. That's why females are longer than males. Are we clear with this? Fertilization is internal. Okay, so I will show you the penile setae. Okay, we can open the NCERT and I will show the penile setae present on the male ascaris, and there is no asexual reproduction. Asexual reproduction is absent, means only sexual reproduction is there. Are we clear with this, guys? Are we clear? Now let's talk about fertilization is done. Fertilization is internal. What about development? Tell me. What about development? How the development of the baby will occur? Development कैसे होगा बोलो? जल्दी. Development, both indirect and direct is seen. Both direct and indirect is seen. It means that It means that some species of this Aschelminthes will show direct development, no larval stage. The young one is resembling adult. Direct development means what? Young one is resembling the adult. And when the young one is not resembling, there is a larval stage, then we will say it is indirect. Are we clear with this? Are we clear with this? Like Ascaris, Wuchereria. Ascaris is also there in human health and disease. We study the Ascariasis infection, helminthic infection. Wuchereria causes the filariasis. That also we study in human health and disease. So Ascaris and Wuchereria both show indirect development. They have larval stages. Ascaris and Wuchereria, they both show larval stage. They show indirect development. One example is there, Enterobius. Enterobius worm shows a direct development. Enterobius shows what? Direct development. Enterobius shows direct development. So see, Ascaris is there in your syllabus. Wuchereria, filarial worm is there in your syllabus. That is showing indirect development, means there is a larval stage. Whereas Enterobius, you can remember one example which is having direct development, where the chinna pilla of Enterobius will be resembling the adult. Okay, resembling. That's why it is a direct development. Are we clear with this, guys? Yes. So moving ahead. Chalo, ye ho gaya. So development may be direct, young ones resemble the adult, or indirect when there is a larval stage. So during indirect development, larval stage is present. Are we clear with this, guys? Yes or no? Ho gaya. Dekho, Wuchereria, filarial worm. Adult lives as a parasite in the lymphatic vessels and the lymph nodes. Lymphatic filariasis, swelling of the legs and all. Yes. Elephant foot, you studied that. Humans are the primary host. Culex mosquito, female Culex mosquito, I should say, they are the secondary host. They are the vectors which carry the filarial larva. Yes, they carry the filarial larva, and when they bite the person, when infected female Culex mosquito bites an uninfected human, she will transfer via the saliva. The larva is transferred into the person, and that will after some time will develop into filariasis. So Wuchereria is there. Then Ascaris lumbricoides. The giant intestinal roundworm causing the disease Ascariasis. Adult Ascariasis infest a single host. Only one single host is required. So whenever we are unknowingly or due to some unhygienic practice, you are not washing your hands going after the washroom, you are not drinking water which is clean. If you drink contaminated water, okay, you are not knowing, and there are some eggs present in that, and those are the fertilized eggs of this. So they will go and hatch and they will cause the Ascariasis infection. Then we have to take the anti-helminthic infection. Right? Many of the hostel students have observed that, okay, when they don't follow proper hygiene practice, they suffer from Ascariasis infection, then albendazole, mebendazole, okay, we have to go for the anti-helminthic medicines. Similarly, there is hookworm. Hookworm is also there, that is the encyclostoma. Hookworm is mostly present in the soil. So farmers, when they are doing any farming in the soil and there is any wound on the leg that may get penetrated inside, the worm penetrates inside the leg, and that causes encyclostomiasis. Okay, causes inflammation, pain and swelling in the leg. Okay, so that is your encyclostoma. Okay, what about Melodygyna incognita, guys? What about Melodygyna incognita? Melodygyna incognita. Okay, I like to say it melody, it sounds very nice. Melodygyna incognita. Which does it affects plant or animals? Yeah, it is a nematode. I'm teaching nematode only, na? Aschelminthes, that's why I'm saying the name. Melodygyna incognita affects which affects animals or plants? Which plant? Which plant? Which plant? You studied in the biotech chapter, yes. Tobacco plants. Yes, it can affect tobacco plants also. That is given in your NCRT. It can also affect cotton plants also. So that is one example, remember. So if in the exam question I asked which of the following Aschelminth or a nematode affects the tobacco plants, you should mark Melodygyna incognita. I don't want the answer not given in the NCRT. It is given. The related information is given there. in the biotech chapter. Okay, guys? Yeah. So today I wanted to complete till arthropoda, but unfortunately, little short of time. So we will continue in the next class. So I hope whatever phylums we did today, the Ctenophora, the Platyhelminthes, and the Aschelminthes is clear to you all. Okay. Whatever booklet you have, gym booklet you have, just solve it. Read the NCRT lines thoroughly. Okay. And any doubts, just write them down and I will clarify them in the next class through the chat box. But solving doubts in the classes is very difficult. So I request the students who are having a lot of doubts and they need a support, they need support of teachers, and that is the best way to study actually. So I request you all to quickly join the offline classes. Okay. So that's it from my side, guys. Okay. We will stop the class here. So that's all. Any doubts or anything you want to ask about today's class? And you got the syllabus also. Exam syllabus is also posted, I think. Exam syllabus is also posted. Exam syllabus is till the subphyla of the chordates. So right now from the Ctenophora onwards till the cephalochordates we are going to talk about. Okay? That's it, guys. So thank you so much. That's all for today's class. See you in the next class. Meanwhile, don't forget to revise and come. Do revise and come. Bye, guys.